Hello, and welcome to the Of Myths and Men podcast. The only podcast to Hidoi Nihongo o Hanasu. That means speak horrible Japanese. And I am your host, Adam Holcomb, and I am joined today by co-host Dylan Japan Man Blumenberg.
I can't speak normal Japanese. So, little tidbit before we get into this. One of my coworkers asked me if I hit on any Japanese girls when I was over there. And I said, I can't hit on girls in English. I'm not going to hit on them in some language I can't speak. And, nobody laughed.
Did they just go, oh, Dylan?
Yeah, there was probably some of that.
And that other voice you hear is our special guest, Valya Chodar.
They call me, in Japan, they call me DK, which stands for Donkey Kong or Drift King, if you are a fan of the Fast and Furious movies. What's that mean, Donkey Kong? That's how that guy says it. He's very southern. So there you go. Did you make that reference at all in Japan, Dylan?
No, to Fast and Furious?
Yeah, you should have said, about drifting.
He missed.
But I did see.
He missed the giant 100-foot toadstool.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that. It was
did you drift around it?
Yeah.
Our podcast brings together three unknowledgeable individuals who spend a day pretending to be experts on mythology. Each week, we will discuss a different god or creature, rotating out the lead mythologist. We will discuss its habits, its attitudes, we will tell a tale, and we will end on a debate on who would win in a mythological fight club. And today's lead mythologist will be Valya DK Chohodar.
What's the DK stand for?
Dick kicker.
Yes.
Dick kicker it is. All right. So, my creature, that's how they say it in Japan. That's Japanese for toaster. Is
doesn't sound right.
It's right. Is Bellerophon, which I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but it's probably Bellerophon, but whatever. Who I'm calling Bell, by the way. So, just so that's out of the way. So anyway, Bell is the inventor of the telephone, the xylophone, and sticky notes. So,
how do you spell this?
Bellerophon. Bellerophon.
Why sticky notes? I
Just
thought that was like
invented.
Post-it Company or something.
Nope, he invented sticky notes, the xylophone, and the telephone.
By the way, did you guys know Velcro is the brand?
Man, all these motherfucker things are the brand.
It's true.
Every goddamn thing we use, somebody's like, did you know that? Yeah, it's a brand.
Boy, you don't have to be so mean about it.
Yeah, you're right. I took that too far. It's my fault. What
So
about
I
Velcro?
see you.
It's called hook and loop. Otherwise.
What a dumb name.
Yeah.
So I see
It
you.
works.
You took up that one time where you said, I grab all of the actual real creatures hidden deep down, and you guys just take the first 10 on Google search for mythological creature. I see you wanted to prove to me that you go further.
I'm trying to remember how I got to this creature actually, because I wrote it down 2 weeks ago to research it. I was like, that's the one. I remember it was some obscure thing that was the myth of Bellerophon or whatever. So,
Because I've
anyway.
never heard of this thing before.
Well, now you're about to hear every single detail about its life, death, Saunders. Yeah. So anyway, Bel was the son of Glaucus and Eurymede of Corinth.
Corinth?
Okay. Yeah. You heard of it?
Glaucus.
Not once. Well, now once.
Now once? Okay. So, yeah, some claim, though, that I think he's probably more known for this, but yeah, some claim that he's actually the son of Poseidon and Eurymede.
God damn. Everyone's the son of one of these gods.
Why do they never have a set parents? It's always
Yeah, right.
They might be also the brother. Fuck off. Anyway, it's not true.
I have an analysis.
What?
Having never heard of this person before, or one of his possible fathers, Glaucus, but knowing of his invention style mind, like he's really good at making inventions, did Glaucus make the Glock pistol?
He did not. It's Glaucus. So if anything, he invented sugar.
I was thinking the Glockenspiel.
So not
Is
the
that
Glock.
a no?
No, that was Samuel
You
L.
invented the Uzi.
Glock, Adam, you silly Billy.
How's that sound?
Is that Samuel L. Jackson's father?
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson's? Yeah. Samuel L.
Glockenspiel.
Jackson's. Yes. The Glock. Anyway, all that bullshit aside, yeah, not the son of Poseidon in Eurymede, Glaucus in Eurymede, but that's not important. So, and in his eyes, he was actually also part god because of this, and blah blah blah. Some people think he's part god. I don't. He's a fucking human. Get over it. All the Bellerophon lovers, fanboys out there that are like gonna defend this and say he's a god. He's not. All right.
I think he's a
I
god.
wrote something. I wrote something down like how some people say they're like 1/15th Irish. That's what I'm thinking here. Like, yeah, my cousin is he's he's a god, so I'm 1/50. Fuck off. You were born in goddamn Kentucky. Shut up. All right.
How do you feel about the thing where you can get special government benefits if you're a certain percentage Native American?
That I'm fine with.
Oh, okay.
Fucking natives were slaughtered here. Like, all right, get your benefits. I'm cool with that. But people who were born here and whose like grandparents are born here that claim the whole I'm 1/8 English and try to like live up to like you're American.
Nobody cares.
Let's just yeah. If it was your parents or at a stretch your grandparents, like all right, I'll let you claim some of it. That like moved here. But if you're fucking 5th generation, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off with that nonsense. I'm really swearing a lot. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
All our
Very
overage
passionate about your
listeners.
subject.
Yeah, I'm very passionate, I tell you what.
Speaking of which.
I exude passion.
I don't know what I was going to say there.
Speaking of which, so...
I didn't see that movie. So don't speak of it too much.
Oh.
You haven't seen Being John Malkovich?
God damn it, Mom.
Did you just say, God damn it, Mom?
Yeah, my mom texted me. I gotta start putting my phone on silent during these.
Did that bother you, just the fact that the notification came?
Well, just the fact that it vibrated and, I hear these on the podcast when I'm listening to these because I'm vain. And it really bugs me, Like, I should be more professional than this.
You really should.
Yeah.
These are...
This is my living we're talking about.
You watching Isle of Dogs again?
God damn.
No, I'm kidding that one. He's not actually. That'd be great though. Anyway, so and I wrote this down too. I want everyone to know what I wrote. So Belle is for all intents and purpose a human, but I wrote for all intents on purpose.
Oh Jesus!
Just so everyone gets that
the worst
little quip.
You're the
So yeah,
worst.
he didn't actually. I am. That's fine. I'll take it.
Just for you.
He didn't actually display any god qualities, like I said. Like, he didn't own a boat, or like he didn't even lease one. He wasn't, super strong or fast. He wasn't torqued. So
He wasn't what?
he wasn't torqued.
Twerked or torqued?
Torqued.
What does that mean?
He just wasn't torqued.
All right.
More Tokyo Drift stuff. He didn't have a lot of torque, man. Like, he couldn't, if he wanted to get going, he couldn't accelerate quickly. He couldn't torque away.
I'm gonna have a lot of little tangents as usual, but my cat is so obsessed with sticking her paw in the subwoofer. Like the hole that comes out of the front of it. She fucking loves it.
Is it because
She
of
can't
the
get
way
enough of it.
it bounces?
Well, it's not
Like,
even
it
on.
floats and it
No, it's not even on right now.
put it on.
It's a totally different subwoofer.
Put it on.
And I keep telling her, I'm like, Waffle, you know you're not supposed to do that. She
What does she say back?
does it. She does it and runs away like she knows she's not supposed to do it.
Wow.
What a pussy.
It's almost like it couldn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah, almost. Like I think she gets the idea. Anyway.
You know what you should have said?
Let's talk about twerking or whatever you're talking about.
You know what you should have said, Dylan?
Cut it out? Oh no, here we go in
Japanese. Kudasai.
What does that mean, cut it out?
Don't do that.
But she doesn't, I never say don't do that to her. She doesn't understand that.
But
in Japanese she might.
I don't know. She's an American cat.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Well, her parents were Native American.
No, we're done. Go on, Valia.
So anyway, he wasn't torqued or anything. So he did carry some favor with the gods, though, just due to his general heroic deeds. And his greatest feat was killing the Chimera. And
What?
he did that by using the Mirror Force trap card, which shocked Seto Kaiba.
Was there only one Chimera or Chimera?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Let's look.
Yeah.
Didn't I have someone that killed the Chimera? I'm pretty sure.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you did.
Something
2X.
about the Chimera.
You had
There's a scene in the
Medusa.
movie She's
Let's
Out
look
of
on
My
the
League.
wiki.
There's a scene in that movie where T.J. Miller's character, he says the word chasm, looks at his friend, he goes, chasm? And he looks back, oh, chasm. Chasm? Chasm? Chasm.
Chimera
That's one of my
stands
favorite
for
scenes.
she-goat.
Hmm.
So this guy's greatest
That's not-
feat is he killed a she-goat.
No, not that chimera. This is
Stands
the
for
the god chimera, the giant ass wolf with frickin' eagle thing or
Yeah,
whatever it was. I
no,
forget
it
what
means
is.
it means
that
she-goat,
what it is?
apparently.
Fine, he killed a goat. He's super strong. He got favor of the gods because of it. All right. So, and here's a little just background on him. This is kind of from birth. So, after he was kicked out of his home for accidentally killing his brother, Bell worked his ass
Haven't we
off
all
to make
done that?
something of himself. Exactly.
Is that where Matt
You have,
went?
I have.
No, he's still around.
Oh.
He just has a limp.
It's his birthday on Thursday.
Oh, shit.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Wrong one. That's my dad's brother.
Happy birthday, Mansion.
That's not human.
Happy birthday, Manouche.
To all
Might be a
the
person.
minutiaes out there, happy birthday to you.
Also, to
And
all the
many more.
sing the whole thing so we can get sued.
No,
Yeah.
go
Wait
go
a
on.
minute. That's right. Yeah.
So, after he killed his brother accidentally, just want to make that clear. So he started by going to Tiryns, where King Protus pardoned him of any of his wrongdoings, right? Of his killing his brother and whatnot. So they became friends. Eventually, Protus's wife wanted a piece of that ass, Belle's ass, and he said, "No way, Jose." She was pretty upset and accused him of wanting to rape her, which, as I wrote, was
Typical.
probably the original Me Too movement. So, and Protus the king didn't want to piss off the gods by killing his guest, so he sent Bel on a quest to, I think it's Lycia, to kill King Iobates.
You'll
That's not
bite
pronounced
this
right.
ass.
Iobates, I think it actually is. Iobates, maybe, I don't know. Who was Proteus's father-in-law. Bel was given basically a tablet with a message on it to carry. The message basically said, "This guy wants to get with your daughter. Kill him, bruh." So it was basically
Bruh?
he was sending him on a journey to be killed eventually.
He said, bruh.
Yeah, he said, "Bruh."
Why do all of the ones you do always have such a modern adaptation of language?
It's very
It's-
weird.
I'm a modern sort of guy. My name is Drift King
You're a classy man.
or Donkey Kong.
Just like that rap song.
Which one? Golden
I don't know.
Shower.
Something about
Classy
classy.
man.
Yeah. Do you know what song we're talking about, Adam?
Yeah, Classy Man by Lil Rodgers.
That can't be right.
By Little Aaron Rodgers?
No one would name themselves Little Rodgers.
Lil Rodgers. That's a great rap name. I feel like that's the now generation of rap names, like sarcastic and just dumb. I feel like that would be.
I don't know enough about rap to know what you mean.
I know a lot about like mumble rap, like the shitty Soundhound rappers that have like face tattoos that are just bad.
Awful.
Yeah.
Like Lil Pump.
Yeah, exactly.
How is Lil Pump better than Lil Rodgers?
Dude, fucking Lil Rodgers doesn't exist. That's how.
At least he was born. So, got that.
You don't know. Someone who listens to this podcast could become Lil Rodgers.
Anyway.
Now I'm not sure if you're saying Will Rodgers or not.
Will Rodgers?
Yeah.
Like William?
Yeah. Bill Rodgers.
We're just on a different thing. Sounds like a Red Dead Redemption character.
It does.
Probably is.
This episode brought to you by
Cowboys.
Red Dead Redemption. Coming out, I don't know when.
Later
Friday.
this month.
I think it's Friday, isn't it? I was
Possibly.
talking to Brandon about that.
Are you guys going to play it right away?
Probably not. I'll wait till it comes out on PC.
I might.
It's kind of what I'm tempted to do.
If I have free time. Which I won't.
Never do.
You're talking about you don't have free time.
I'm a busy man.
Guy.
What are you doing?
Things. Stuff.
People.
All right, that's fair.
Your mom.
Got him.
Anyway. Anyway. So before the king read this tablet that he was sent, he was hanging out with Belle for a few days. It was 9 days, actually. He finally read the thing, and he's like, God damn it, we're buddies now, and basically refused to kill him again, not to piss off the gods, because he would be killing his guest. So then he sends Belle on an impossible quest as punishment to slay the Chimera, right? So Belle did it. He killed that mofo with the help of, and this is kind of what he's known for, the Chimera slaying, as well as a Pegasus. So he did it with the help of a Pegasus that he captured, right? He pretty much became famous because of the owning of the Pegasus as well as the killing of the Chimera. He was given more quests to do as this big hero figure. You know, he ran around. People were like, hey, it was like an Assassin's Creed video game where you do side quests, basically, his life. You just run around like, hey, I gotta go kill this guy. He stole my cattle. Go ahead. That's what he was doing.
So boring ass missions.
Pretty much. So, anyway, he became a bit too hot on himself, right? Because he was doing all this. He still thought he was part god and whatnot. So, he really wanted to go to Mount Olympus without realizing that Mount Olympus Water Park like $40 for tickets.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get
it?
I don't.
Dude,
that's
come on,
very
Adam. What are you
pricey.
getting them from the post office for 30?
You know, $30 in both of them?
I don't know.
I said it because that seems small.
Inexpensive?
Yeah.
He didn't have that kind of money.
He's a god. What do you think he has?
He doesn't have a boat or anything.
Probably has some pull.
He's not a god. He didn't have a boat. He didn't
probably
have
tricked people into thinking that he was a special guest from the real one and stuff. And
what are you implying?
Like Luis.
Are you talking about
Guevara? I don't know his name, from Community. Kind of comes to shoot a commercial with them. You know the show Community?
Is Community making a comeback or something? Why are people talking about Community so much lately?
There's always talk about it because Dan Harmon and the other people, they're kind of in the process always of writing it, and the fans always really want it, and why not? It's 6 seasons in a movie, may as well finish that off.
Not this fan.
Hey,
I'm just
fuck you.
Introducing it to Sarah is why I'm rewatching it.
Oh, okay.
And because it's great.
Also that. It's great. This episode brought to you by community colleges across the country.
Hey, it's no Jerry Seinfeld experience. Let me tell you that right now.
God, Seinfeld's so awful. Fucking
There
worst.
go the rest of our fans.
So
turn-
boring.
I turn my cap backwards and smile and go, "You said what? You said it was crap?"
I turn my cap backwards and pull out a Pokeball, and I throw it and say, Charmander, I choose you.
Are you turning this cap with both hands?
No, only one.
I turn mine with both hands.
All right.
And then I
Gotta do
say,
both hands.
anyway, I'm making peanut butter sandwiches when we go rock climbing. Bring us sandwiches.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a reference to Seinfeld. When George is talking to Elaine's boyfriend who wants to go rock climbing.
Cool guy.
Yeah, and he turns his cap backwards when he's talking to him. And he's like, "Let's go rock climbing." Yeah, I'll make sandwiches.
No, George.
Anyway, so he can't go to Mount Olympus water park because it's too pricey, but he wants to because he thinks he's hot shit. So he flies up there with his Pegasus. As he gets close to the gates, Zeus is like, "Nah, you punk bitch," and he sends a gadfly to sting the Pegasus, which causes it to drop Belle off its saddle, and he falls all the way back to Earth. Falls onto a bush, which messes him up. So he ends up being crippled and blinded, and he died alone in misery.
What the fuck? Why a bush specifically?
Can't
It's
just
probably
fall
the
on
best-
concrete
That's probably the
kind
best
of
thing you
bush?
could have fell on.
like a George.
Talking about like a
bush?
merkin?
You're talking about
Any
Harry
more bush
downstairs?
references? No. Story time. Let's do it. You guys don't have shit for the bush thing.
I think other bushes. There aren't that many, are there? Barbara?
I was waiting for you to tell me what kind of bush it was.
On Barbara Bush's bush.
Oh,
No.
okay, I can
Nice.
understand getting crippled, blinded, and dying.
Mm.
Mythology was created through an early form of storytelling, so we like to spend a little bit of time delving into a tale that involves our subject. We will be a little bit more in-depth with analyzation to better understand the story, and each week you'll be able to have a tale to bring home to tell your godlike great-great-grandfather, your friends who don't think you're a god, but you claim you are, and your giant ego.
Eagle?
Eagle. Caucasian eagle.
Your
Eco?
giant eagle. Alright.
Say eco?
Your giant Caucasian eagle.
Eco? Or The Last Guardian?
What?
Anyway,
Please tell us the tale.
so here's a little song I wrote. I'm gonna sing it. Nope.
Oh God, please. Yes.
No.
Don't worry.
First time ever
So
here.
Bell, he was advised to go get himself a Pegasus to beat the Chimera, right? Bell prayed nonstop to Athena. Do you know who Athena is, Adam?
Yeah, she was the
course you
one
don't
who
know who
punished
Athena is.
Medusa.
When Athena came, she gave him a golden bridle to tame the Pegasus, right? He was praying for like days and nights, and she finally arrived. He was so happy, popped a little boner, whatnot. Anyway, she gave him a golden bridle to tame the Pegasus. He was also given the location of said Pegasus. He went, successfully got this thing, right? Now he friggin' has a Pegasus. This thing can fly. It's a horse. It's pretty badass. So, that's the whole story. No, it's not. So, anyway, Belle flies to Lycia, right? Which is where the Chimera is known to be terrorizing people. Like this, it's burning things down. It could spit fire. It would kill crop, cattle, whatever. He spots it, and they start fighting. You
Would
gotta
it
remember he's on a
steal
Pegasus.
fruit?
It would what?
Would it steal fruit?
It would destroy it.
Oh, fucking worst.
It would eat it if it was hungry.
I hate
probably.
it already.
No.
Get to the
It
part
was
where it
also-
dies.
It also hated the show Community.
Oh,
Dude,
Also-
my type of creech.
Also voted for Donald Trump.
Oh, never mind. I mean, let's agree to disagree on that.
does it have voting rights?
It does. Everywhere. it's
Also, how
citizen of the
old is
world.
this story?
It's from 2016.
He voted early.
No. He was in the military, so he could.
So, if you fill out an absentee vote and then you die, does your vote still count?
That's a good question that I would like to know the answer to.
That was a good question. I would think the way the registration of the death happens, it would probably count.
Yeah, probably. They're not going to double check that shit.
That's why there was always one or two that there's like fraudulent voting. It's always like 3 people.
Like
even though
double votes or whatever?
no, like you'll see like this person was dead, and you'll always see Republican candidates harping on how they got to crack down on fraudulent votes and whatnot, and it's always like, yeah, there was like 5 people that voted. And they died.
Every vote counts for you. Don't forget it.
It does, but them making it sound like that.
There was a Futurama episode about that.
About every vote counting?
Yeah.
Midterms coming up.
You gonna vote?
If you're listening to this, don't forget to vote.
I don't know what I'm voting on.
Governor.
That's the type of shit. This is how ignorant I am.
Dude, I get like 40 of those mailers a day. It's pissing me off.
You know, this is why I don't check the fucking mail.
I'm just imagining your mailbox like overflowing with bills and shit.
Dude, it's stuff.
Don't you get packages?
Yeah, not that many.
Anyway, shall we go on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chimera was terrorizing.
Yeah, so they start fighting, right? So Bell realizes he can't really do shit against this thing. He's flying around it, but he can't get into a spot where he can spear it or shoot an arrow. So, because it's breathing so much fire, right? This thing breathes fire like nobody's business. Okay? So, he ingeniously attaches a block of lead to his spear. Where he got this lead, I don't know. Definitely wasn't just carrying it around with him. But he found some lead, attaches it to his spear, flies over the Chimera and drops the lead, which lands in the mouth of the Chimera, right? And because of all the fire that it's breathing, it melts the lead and basically freezes on the Chimera's airway, which suffocates it. Boom.
It's a good move.
That is a smart way to kill a Chimera.
Winner. Chicken.
Dinner.
Damn it. You're
just waiting for like 15 seconds of silence on that.
I was waiting for one of you to say something to like continue, but then I would interrupt with dinner. But then this guy said dinner.
I couldn't stand it not being said.
My bit didn't work. But anyway, that's the story of how Bellerophon...
So my question is, did this happen before or after the Lernaean Hydra was slayed by Hercules?
I think this was before, because he's seen as like one of the first big time famous heroes.
Okay, next question.
Sure
the Lernaean Hydra, we found out in the break, was the brother of this Chimera. So how did the Lernaean Hydra feel about this?
It was like, I don't have feelings. I'm a Hydra.
That can't be.
That's what it was.
Shit. Alright.
That's what it was.
What if that was like everyone's reaction to something that was like really unsettling was, that can't be. That's what it is. Alright. It's all good.
But let me run through some strengths, weaknesses, abilities, and weapons real quick.
Why should we pick this creature over other candidates for the position?
Because he supports unions.
Yeah.
But unions, they have a time and place. They're just not here anymore. Now they're meant to make people lazy.
Teachers' unions.
Points at every other developed country. Yes.
Are they all union-based?
Right. Most are. Germany is.
Well, I mean...
They're the gold standard for everything, aren't they?
Germany's Germany.
No, but
it's just like racism
for most nations. Yeah.
Do we have any German listeners?
Rid of them.
I don't know. Let me.
What if I say it like this? Do we have any German listeners?
Yeah.
Any from Germany here listening to this podcast?
We have 15 German downloads.
Well, that's pretty good.
15 German downloads?
What a
yes.
Germans.
So crazy. Are they all, never mind.
What were you going to say?
Never mind.
Some bad shit.
Yeah.
You're
Pretty
a real
much.
piece of work, Valia.
Yeah.
You know, being 1/10 German, I take offense to that.
Weren't you born in Germany?
Yeah, I was born in Germany.
That's a big call.
But it doesn't really
1/10, right?
it doesn't really count though, you know, because like
That's true.
U.S. Air Force Base.
Yeah.
It's basically the U.S. I think.
They
I
got
don't
bases all over the
Were-
world. You may as
They do.
Were they
everyone's
in a
an
plane
American.
when you were born?
know. No, I was in a.
They
hospital.
hovered him off the ground so he could be declared German.
No, I had like German citizenship for a while, and my parents didn't renew it for some reason because it was like expensive or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, man? That would have been kind of cool.
All right. What do you say for strength?
Well, I was just going to list off some because he's a normal human, but he's slightly smarter because of the whole lead thing.
Okay, so he gets a 4 int.
Yeah.
He gets a
What?
Normal
3
human, though.
strength, 3 speed,
Yeah.
3 durability.
Yeah.
What?
His vulnerability, I don't know what
He's
that
a
is.
human.
His special is having a Pegasus.
He has a Pegasus, but also he has a spear and a bow, an arrow. And he has a good fight IQ.
Fight IQ?
Yeah, if
What
he
is
were
this,
in
the
the
MMA?
MMA. Yeah, if he were in MMA, he would win a lot of fights just off that.
What is his vulnerabilities?
He's a human, so everything.
What did he get on
Disease.
the SAT?
Mosquitoes are a vulnerability. Fucking water. Fire. Food that's not tested. Dental work.
Are you writing all these down, Adam?
Every single one of them. No, I stopped after mosquitoes.
His bones. His eyes. The fact that they can hurt easily. Skin.
This thing seems pretty fucking weak.
So,
The
how
fact that
crazy is it?
he has testicles that if you hit, they just knock him out for a good amount of time and he can't really do much.
We are, like, incredibly weak compared to animals.
Yeah,
It's
we're
crazy.
pretty pathetic.
Like, we can fall from, like, 3 fucking feet and break a bone. Like, I
And
don't
then
know how
that
you
one
fall out of a
raccoon can
tree.
fall from like 10 stories
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
like arms out, hit the ground and run away.
It's like, see you later, guys. I'll be back tomorrow.
Try to
Also,
climb this again.
misinformation. He's very weak to misinformation.
Whoa.
Aren't we all? I just
Yes,
shared an
'cause we're
article the
human.
other day that said Ted Cruz actually has 3 feet.
Isn't he
I
the
believe
Zodiac
it.
killer?
Unsubstantiated. There's some
He's-
rumors for that. That's substantiated though, so that one's good.
He's the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like, there's fucking Saudis murdering people every day. He's the biggest piece of shit in the world.
Have you seen that video of someone at a rally holding up a sign that says Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer? And he like looks at it and reads it and like rolls his eyes.
Wasn't there one that also said Ted Cruz likes Nickelback, or was that just Photoshop version of that?
I don't know, but that's hilarious.
Probably true.
It probably
All right.
is
Because
true.
he's the
We'll
biggest
move on
piece
to
of shit in the world.
Fight Club then.
All right,
Can we fight Ted Cruz?
let's do it.
One of the things people love to debate about is who would win in a fight, Pinocchio or Winnie the Pooh.
Pinocchio's the guy that made Pinocchio.
No, Winnie the
little
Pooh.
rapey guy. The rapey fellow.
What is it? Pinocchio's monster? Is that the name of the Pinocchio thing?
No, the wooden doll is named Pinocchio, right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
And
a
then wait,
Frankenstein.
Geppetto.
Gestapo is the name of the
Geppetto,
guy who
okay.
makes him.
Gestapo?
Gaspetto or whatever it is.
Gazpacho?
Gestapo is hilarious. Giuseppe? It's something like that, though.
The Gestapo made Pinocchio as a propaganda.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Like 1920s Disney propaganda. Some of their racist shit back then.
And you have one of those announcer guys, here the Gestapo, creating Pinocchio.
Old timey announcer. The best.
As a tool to take away our freedom. And now the Gestapo puts his finger up its butt.
It's Geppetto, or Geppetto.
Yeah, it's Geppetto is the creator of Pinocchio. He is a pedo, I think.
Yeah, probably.
So, Geppetto might be how you pronounce it, actually.
Hey, pedo.
Alright.
One thing I want to say before we start.
We've said a lot of things.
The concept of saying pedo versus pedo. I think the English say it better. I think it sounds better.
Pedo?
Pedo.
I think so too.
Pedophile. Yeah, versus pedophile. I think pedo.
I always get peta mixed up with feet.
What?
Like, someone gets called a pedophile. How do I know
man.
they're loving kids or feet?
I gotta send you guys a picture.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm imagining you just
FBI,
confused.
I am not asking for this picture.
No,
if you hear this.
It's about feet.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I will continue the Fight Club intro since we began it.
Could be a pedo that loves feet.
So in our Fight Club section, we indulge ourselves and talk about who... Oh, we never said who would win. Pinocchio or Winnie the Pooh?
Probably Winnie the Pooh.
Pinocchio.
Fuck that bear up.
Winnie the Pooh is such a bitch.
Winnie the Pooh is the bear.
Oh.
Pinocchio would kick its ass.
I mean, curious if you
Pooh,
Pinocchio again.
Pooh is filled with fluff, and Pinocchio is made out of wood.
What are you
I
saying?
think
You
the
stick
co's
wood
got
and
it.
fluff. You really get a party.
So in our Fight Club section, we indulge ourselves and talk about who would win in a mythological fight to the death. We will pit this week's subject against one we discussed in an earlier podcast, with our lead mythologist defending the creature. And Falia, you may challenge either myself or Dylan.
How was the moderator? What was it? I fought last time. Who did I fight? I fought Dylan, right?
I think so.
He
Yes.
can be the moderator.
In the Oni you fought Dylan. No, in the Oni you fought Dylan. Yes.
So he can be the mod.
Alright. That means it's me. So we go over stats for each of our creatures, totally make them up off of many, many, many years of studying and stuff. You know, it's real makeup, not fake makeup. And we use this as kind of a base point to compare to other creatures so that we get an idea and we're all on the same page of what it's like. So to recap, Bell, or Bellerophon, is strength of 3, speed of 3, intelligence of 4, and durability of 3. He's basically human who's
what you might
pretty
call
good at
a
fighting.
basic bitch.
Yeah, sounds like it. His weakness is Starbucks.
He some vulnerabilities is he thinks he's a god, and mosquitoes, and also a bunch of other human ones, like testicles. And then his
Disease,
special
like
is
any
he has
disease.
a Pegasus, a spear, a bow, 1 arrow, and a high fight IQ.
There's more than one arrow.
You told me arrow, not arrows.
I said bow and arrow.
Some important clarification.
Yeah, you said
It's not
bow.
It's not called bow and
Arrow.
arrows. Like I have a bow and arrows in the back, way in the back. No.
Well, how
A
many
bow and
bows
arrow.
do you have then?
Fucking 25.
Why do you have so many bows and only 1 arrow?
Because in video games you get them so easily.
Alright, so Dylan is the moderator, and if you want to see any of these stats, by the way, you can visit our website, mythsandmen.com, and you can click on Wiki, where we have a host of information from all of our previous episodes, including the stats of each creature. So, Dylan, you are the moderator. You may pick my creature.
Oh, no. Alright, hold on. Banter.
So, what do you guys think of that revolution, huh?
I think it's
the
pretty good.
Revolutionary War. What? What?
So let's see. 13. Can we have him fight like a finch or something? Like a small
I would
bird?
fight the strongest creature in the thing.
Oh, man.
Just an annihilation.
There's like nothing. I think any of these that are the same or lower stats. Alright, Headless Man.
Headless men are undefeated.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Just for
Can I
some,
get 2?
Does it double the total stats?
I mean, it doesn't really work that way, no. Because if we had, like, 5 headless men, they'd get slaughtered by Hermes, even though
Right.
they would have a combined total of 55.
Yeah, I'll give you 2. So, for our listeners, headless men have 2 strength, 3 speed, 3 intelligence, 3 durability. Pretty damn close.
And a big old cock.
So we got 2 headless men fighting Bellerophon. What's the name again? Bellerophon?
It's Tony Belafonte of the Belafonte fortune.
I forgot the headless men's vulnerabilities and special.
They got vulnerabilities are modeling requests. Their special is negates neck break attacks. That old thing.
That's too bad.
Alright,
Can't use
so
that.
where should we have them fight?
Oh, that's your call. I can't help.
The surface
Set the
of
scene.
the
But if
sun.
I were to... Oh, I was going to say surface of the moon.
We could.
In
Is
a-
this
in a
like
moon
Call
base.
of Duty match? Dude, I got nothing. Let's do a moon base.
Sweet. So I think the 2 headless men take advantage of
Daytime. As is always
take
the
advantage of his
case.
ego and kill him.
Alright. Game over.
I'm a Pegasus, so I fly.
Does he get his Pegasus?
Yeah, it's one of my abilities. That's the thing I'm known for.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
a
but then-
Pegasus.
Then his abilities should probably be higher.
Well, yeah, that's
He
kind of the
himself
same
isn't
deal with
strong.
what's his nuts.
What's his nuts?
Knuckle. What's the one who could like Kukulin? Yeah, Kukulin. He's got pretty low stats, but that dude, man, when he goes nuts,
It's true.
you want to get nuts? He says.
Does he go sex?
I'm
nuts?
just-
Can read.
Yeah, he does. Let's get nuts.
I'm just saying, I don't think 2 headless men can take on a Pegasus.
How do you feel about 4?
Okay, I'll take 4.
All right.
I, as the Pegasus and the Bellerophon, fly into the air about 10 feet, 15 feet,
Uh-oh.
and then just shoot down
Now
arrows
what?
into the
Goomba stack.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Goomba stack.
Good move.
Now, if you remember,
Shy
headless
guy
men,
spin.
headless men are about 8 feet tall-ish, 8 to 12. So one will hop on the back of another, and then same with the other 2, and they'll try to flank and come at you, kind of like a chicken fight style. You know, when you're in the
They
pools.
can move on top of each other. They're not just stacked straight up.
Yeah, dude, those things are all
That's-
torso.
But
I mean, it's
I don't get it.
basically a flat surface to stand on.
yeah, but they're still it's like a tower. They can't put them.
It's only a tower of 2. There's 2 towers of 2.
Okay, so I fly higher than the 2 towers of 2.
Too
Yeah.
late.
We grab the Pegasus by the wings before it can get up higher.
Let's clarify this. How quickly can you stack these towers of 2?
Almost immediately, of course. With
Oh,
the
yeah?
speed of 3 and strength of 2.
And I would think.
I mean, I'm
that
sure it would take a while.
Pegasus is faster than any of these fuckers.
Well,
Okay, how high is the moon base, like, ceiling?
7 feet. I mean, they gotta save space. Why
Okay,
does it need to be
we're-
higher than 7 feet?
My 4 headless men are getting back pain.
Yeah.
Because they have to
Encroaching
crouch
the entire
down.
time.
I say to the
Hold
Pegasus.
on. You're in the. There's an arboretum that's got like 12-foot ceilings.
Okay. So
Domed ceilings.
it's 12 feet, like the highest point of the dome?
Yeah,
That's not a lot of feet.
that's not a lot of feet.
I feel like we're going to cheerleader this. As you're trying to shoot at us, 2 go to the side, put their hands down, and 1 runs, and they just launch him. And he tries to grab the Pegasus. The headless man that's in the sky tries to grab the Pegasus as he's launched towards it.
I think.
I'm smarter, and I dodge
No,
and
you're
you
not.
crash.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
By 1. Well,
He does
all
have
right.
a high fight
I think-
IQ.
I think you gotta take.
He knows how to dodge.
You gotta take out at least one of these headless men or cripple him. They're either
I stab
badly
my
damaged.
spear
Wait, you got a spear?
into one. Yeah.
Shit.
How long does it take to swap out spear and bow and arrow?
It's pretty quick. He's got a high fight
Also,
IQ.
how many of your bows did you shoot at us with your arrow?
Well, I think that was because I assumed there wasn't a frickin' ceiling in the place we were fighting.
In the moon
'Cause I also-
base?
I said I flew up 15 feet.
What type of a moon base is this with no ceiling?
It's futuristic.
What are you, nuts?
I also thought
What
you
are
said
you,
moon,
sex
not
nuts?
Moon base.
What are you, stupid or something, huh? Are you taking stupid pills?
How about what's your major? Huh? What's your major, dude? Huh? Because mine is winning this, and I stab the shit out of every headless man I see with the spear.
You get a couple good stabs off.
Okay, one, because he knows that this is a must-win for his fellows, takes the stab right in the mouth and clamps down with his teeth and grabs it with his hands and whips his dick around it, ties it a little bit, and just holds that spear as he dies. And the other three, though they might be slightly injured, now have free reign to punch.
I command the Pegasus to attack the nearest one.
Alright, so a Pegasus is biting the torso of one of them.
What do you yell when you command it? That's what you yell or the Pegasus yells?
That's what I yell.
He's got to speak Pegasus, Dylan.
I don't know. I think this Pegasus has got a pretty high fight IQ also.
It's definitely stronger than all of us. It's a fucking horse.
What happens if we ever do Pegasus as a creature and make him fight this thing? What happens?
I feel like it can't use the Pegasus then.
That's true.
But also, historically
I feel like it's
speaking,
less encumbered.
Historically speaking,
Go ahead.
Bell would have already won that battle because Bell won the battle before. Unless we add some specifics onto it.
I wasn't really paying attention to that part.
I look at the creatures, the headless men, and go, you guys know I beat a chimera, right? And then I just fire the rest of my bow and arrow at it because that would literally kill them.
How much of this...
one of them shoves their fist into the Pegasus's asshole. That's gotta be it.
I mean...
That's the weird one that's in the background. What? This is killing it.
It's got a monobrow. I mean, I think that's got a... How big is his fist?
They're like big people. So it'd be a big fist. It'd be at least the size of a good football player's fist.
What's the biggest shit this guy has ever taken, Wally?
This guy? It's the Pegasus.
It's a horse.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
Flying horse.
You know horse assholes well, Dylan, don't you?
Yeah. I know a lot more about that. I mean... I think he'd definitely get kicked in the fucking head for doing that. He'd probably die.
That's where it comes in that there's no head.
Probably get kicked where his head should be.
Which is nothing there. That's why it's called a headless man.
I think this Pegasus is disgruntled, but it's probably fine. Like, it's not just going to stand there and let you stick your hand all the way up its ass.
Well, the other one punches in the balls.
Grab its heart, you know.
Pegasus is a female.
Another one.
What does that mean?
No balls.
One of them jumps up to also grab and distract. I mean, this is really a war of attrition. I feel like they're not going to come out strong.
Yeah.
But they're trying to just get a killing blow on... They really don't even need to worry about the Pegasus. So while it's... 3 of them are kind of distracted, dying. The last one's jumping up to try to kind of fall on top. Knock it off the Pegasus, knock a Bell off the Pegasus, fall on top, and then just gnaw at his chest.
I, being way smarter, also stronger, dodge or push it off. And I'm just like, okay, and then bow and arrow to the face.
I mean,
fair enough.
All right.
I think they fail.
Yeah,
I feel like these guys aren't. If they were smarter, sure, but the fact that they're weaker, also less intelligent, also
they're kind of lanky.
I have a
fuckers,
Pegasus.
You know,
Like, I have a fucking flying horse that can attack you, and I beat a chimera.
Yeah.
I'm just really upset because this means that the weakest creature we have,
Fight.
it's unbeaten so far,
It
and
has
now it'll be beaten.
been defeated.
It might be. That's up to the mod.
Yeah.
The undefeated.
I
has
mean,
been defeated.
to be honest, I don't know if these headless men ever really stood a chance.
They seem to be at their best when they're with, like, other creatures that are not fucking horrible.
When they're with other creatures that are the main fight.
Yeah, like when they're
like
a
when they
part
do
of the
nothing.
fight. Yeah, like when they're with Hermes and he's just like, "Oh, you guys are here? I guess you can die or stand somewhere, and I'll handle it."
All right, I guess that's a win for Bellerophon and a loss. Its first loss to the headless
Everything
man.
comes to an end, man.
Rough.
Everything ends.
Today we learned about Bellerophon or Bel.
Everything ends.
We learned that Bel tamed a Pegasus, slayed a chimera, thinks he's a god, and isn't. We talked about his slaying of the chimera and told a beautiful, tear-jerking tale. And we found out that Bellerophon, along with Pegasus's help, could slaughter 4 headless men pretty easily.
Also, he's
And
not thirsty.
Also, fisting a Pegasus isn't very helpful,
He's not thirsty?
even if you're big.
Yeah, because he rejected that chick. He's not
Sure.
a thirsty fella.
He's the anti-Kukulin.
Yeah.
He's not very strong. He's a little smart. And he ignores sex. We have a website. It's at mythsandmen.com. You can check it out. We have all of our podcasts. We have all the information on our wiki, as well as a little bit of bios for each of us, including Dylan with a slave child now.
Oh, jeez. You're right.
If you've enjoyed... What?
You're right.
If you've enjoyed what you've heard and think we did a good job in giving you a laugh or two, please take a moment to give us a rating and review so that more people can find this podcast. This means you too, Sarah, whenever you hear this.
Hey, Sarah.
Also, if you think we did a bad job, give us a rate and review and tell me how you're better than me, Grandma.
You can find us on iTunes at itunes.mythsandmen.com or Stitcher at stitcher.mythsandmen.com. Either place is great to leave a review. And tell your friends about us. The best way we can spread is through word of mouth. Whisper it into their ear.
Shove us in your mouth and then shove your mouth into someone else's mouth. And just get
And
that
then
word
leave
of mouth
us
flowing.
in their mouth.
What?
And then when you get diseases, just leave them there and you'll be fine.
You can follow us on Twitter at Myths and Men or on our Facebook page of Myths and Men. Both links and all of the links are in the show notes for your convenience. Please
You
use
can
them.
follow me on our anti-vaxxers.
Oh, jeez. I'm back to saying, oh, Jesus a lot, huh?
I'm going to stop interrupting.
If you have a suggestion for a creature we should talk about, contact us through our website or leave a suggestion in a review, and we will be more than happy to take your suggestion as long as we
What's
like
the
it.
thing they say in Japan, though?
And we hope to see you next week when we talk about something else.
See ya. What's the thing they say in Japan, Dylan?
What do you mean?
Like a
Domo
oh,
arigato,
Jesus.
Mr.
I
Roboto.
don't know.
What's the saying? Domo arigato.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
What did they say in Japan, Dylan?
I never heard them say anything.
What's the them?
It's-
Racist?
Fuwa fuwa no inke o su.
Yeah.
Also, guys, fuwa fuwa no inke o su means suck my flabby penis. I said that twice now and you guys just wouldn't ask.
We wouldn't ask to suck it?
No, ask about what it meant.
Oh.
Breaking news! We have the latest breaking news coming in. News we learned about a creature that we talked about before, and now know more stuff. Medusa. Some say that she was raped, but it turns out that she might not have been raped. And some say that the virgin goddess did it because Medusa was no longer a virgin, not because she was raped. And some say it was because they just had sex in her temple and she didn't like it. Some say Medusa's hair or Medusa herself were more beautiful than Athena, and thus that she was punished because of being beautiful and bragging about it, not because of the rape. And there's also a theory that it wasn't a punishment at all, but protection against future rapes. What are your thoughts on these 3 other conspiracies?
Man, that's a lot of conspiracies you just listed really quick. But I think we gotta trust her, Adam.
Follow you?
I think, considering these are all theories, I say you're innocent till proven guilty, and I think she definitely raped that man.
I think you're confused. It was a rape the other way.
I'm pretty sure she raped someone.
My God, you're awful.
She definitely raped a guy.
Alright.
She raped a guy.
Well, there you have it. 3 potential theories, and we decided they're all wrong.
Fair enough.
The music you heard on this podcast is called Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license.
Alright, Volya. What you got?
Alright, am I on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on recording
Hold on one sec.
live from New
you die
York
again?
City. It's Volya Kokador.
Cocador?
How's
That's the crowd cheering. How's
Are
what?
you sure that's not you hitting your stomach?
I wasn't hitting my stomach.
Shit.